The book is based upon an experience that I had being interviewed by National Public Radio on the topic of genetics and crime. And as a consequence of that conversation, it caused me to wonder whether or not there would be something in that conversation that I had on genetics and crime that could pertain more specifically to the field of psychology and my concerns around and research around the issues of depression. More specifically, what I learned after having that conversation and speaking with someone who was directing the Genome Project, that maybe understanding gene expression could give psychologists additional tools to understanding more optimal ways of creating treatment strategies. We have talk therapies, we have medications, we have social relationships that are culturally relevant, we have biological approaches, but we did not have approaches that looked at what epigenomics focuses on, which is gene expression, meaning that there are things that can be done in terms of looking at nutrition, in terms of looking at ways of managing stress, understanding the impact of environmental toxins, that could create an additional strategy that a person could tap into that could impact the expression of genes, because epigenomics is really gene expression. And so I wanted to find ways to better engage healing strategies that looked at all of the things I mentioned, the talk therapies, medication, social support systems that are culturally relevant, biological approaches that could enhance even more what happens to us on a generational basis. Because epigenomics, gene expression, it taps into recognizing that some of who we are, or maybe all of who we are, can be better understood by looking at transgenerational epigenomics. There's more that we can do. For example, in the presentations I do, I talk about the importance of recognizing that, for example, as a psychologist, I'm trained to understand the psychological, the physiological, the biological, the neurological, the neurochemical. Epigenomics takes us a deeper level to look at the expression of genes. So there are chemical tags on top of our DNA that allow the genes to be expressed. For example, if you come from a family where on one side of the family there's one type of disease and another like kidney disease or heart disease, there are things that we can do that can create changes to the epigenome, to the expression of the genes that can make us healthy or make us ill. And so the point that I've been interested in wanting to know more and understand about through looking at animal research and human research is what specifically can we do to enhance healing, to enhance health. So this is like another layer of healing, another approach to helping. And so that's pretty much what garnered my interest in doing this. As a professor, distinguished professor at the University of the District of Columbia, I teach students strategies to utilize that can enhance their clinical decision making. So imagine if you know and learn the value of talk therapy, if you know and learn the value of psychopharmacological or psychotropic medications, if you know and learn the importance of social support systems that are culturally relevant, so you learn culturally multicultural strategies that are relevant to the populations that you work with, and you learn healing strategies that incorporate those cultural strategies. So you become culturally competent. And then you add another piece to that, this piece that to engage in healing that is transgenerational through understanding gene expression. You can, for example, talk with a client about what it is that they are eating. In other words, to understand their nutritional diet and recognize that with what has been learned about nutrition, we can offer them strategies that can create healing at all of those levels, physiologically, psychologically, biologically. Okay, we talk about the biome, the stomach, that can help them neurologically, help them enhance their neurotransmitter functioning, then we're able to teach them to do things that basically add to the healing process that they're going through. So for me, learning about epigenomics was learning another strategy. Now, this is really important for Black folk in particular, because in many instances, we do not have access to the resources oftentimes financially to be able to do things. But what if you can change your nutritional diet? What if you could become more aware of the impact of environmental toxins in the communities where you live? What if you can begin to become more aware of how to engage in strategies that manage stress, distress, in ways that can enhance your healing, your optimal growth and development?